and he instructed him, Innaka latahdi man ahbabta. A Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, O Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you are not there to guide, la tahdi, you are not there to guide people whom you like, man ahbabta, whom you prefer. Your job is not really, it's Allah's job to guide, because he looks at the hearts of others. So I think our Prophet has been given this instruction over and over, so that he does not make error in judgment, which Yunus alayhi salam made. So the story of Yunus alayhi salam, as most of you know, is a prophet who was sent to a qawm to preach. He himself thought, and he ran away from his task. And Quran gives some insight of his mind, and I'm going to describe that a little later on. So he runs away rather than coming, preaching him, following the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala command. What he's doing is he running away from his responsibility. So what he does, he boards the ship. And the ship has got wobbly, has got a storm comes there, sent by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he has been overthrown in the sea, and there is a whale or fish swallows him. And after that, he makes dua inside the belly of the whale, and he has been thrown out, and he was re-given this task, and he goes there, and all people accept Islam. That's the total message of his thing. The way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala starts his story in Surah Anbiya, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is starting him, he's telling us, وَظَنُّونِي إِذَا ذَهَبَ مُغَاضِبًا. Zannuni, a man of the fish. Iza Zahaba, he went. Mughadiban is telling, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala telling the state of his mind. Mughadiban, he's angry. He does not want to go and preach people. Fazanna, and he thought, an lan naqdira alayhi, that nobody will control him. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran has used the word an, that. Lan means never. He's not using la or lam. He's using lan, that he will never be caught. He will never be constrained. He will never be decreed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's the state of his mind, error of his judgment. So the story goes, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala starts this story in another place in Surah Safat. In Surah Safat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala starts this story. He tells us that Yunus alayhi salam was one of the prophets. He was one of the messengers. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. This is in Surah Safat. Wa inna Yunusa lamin al mursalin. Yunus alayhi salam was among the prophet, among the Rasul. Is abqa ila fulqil mashhun. So he goes to a laden ship. He goes towards a laden ship and he buys ticket. He sits down. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sends a storm. And in the storm, the ship starts getting wobbly. Not only wobbly, it starts sinking. The commanders of the ship basically said, this ship is very heavy. So they start throwing the stuff in the sea. When they start throwing it, they threw all the stuff which they have, heavy stuff. The ship was still wobbly. Not only wobbly, it's about to sink. When it's sinking, the commander of the ship thought what to do next. So to be fair, they draw a lot. They put everybody's name in the hat and basically draw a lot from that. And the first time they drew a name, the name came out of Yunus alayhi salam. They said, no, 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 this man is good man. We don't want to cast him to sea. So they said that we made a mistake. They did it again. When they did it the second time, his name came up again. And then they tried, say, okay, we will try last time. They tried third time, and they pulled out his name again. And they say, no, 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 now you have to jump because you are keep coming as a guilty party here. As soon as he jumped from the ship, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala instructs the whale or fish to swallow him. Look at the whale, the fish does not chew the body. They basically swallow, and they have enzymes inside the belly of the fish. They basically break it down, their food. So according to Jewish tradition, in their book, he was there for 3 days and 3 nights. He was unconscious. When he received consciousness, now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is describing his story when he became conscious. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Falawla annahu kana minal musabbihin. Had he not been among the people who remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, la bisa fi batnihi ila yawma yabuthun. He would have remained in the belly of the fish until the day of judgment. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he makes a dua from that place where he is. His dua is made to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He's in the belly of the fish. And that's where he's making a dua. Fanada fi zulumati an la ilaha illa anta subhanaka inni kuntu minaz zalimin. So when he got conscious, he's saying an la ilaha illa anta. There is no God worthy of worship except you. Subhanaka, glory be to you. Inni Subhana inni kuntu minaz zalimin. I am of the wrongdoers. So he's in the belly of the fish and he's making this dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala responds to his fastajibna lahu wa najaynahu min al-ghammi wa kazalika nunjil mu'minin. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala hears his dua and he's saying we responded and we saved him from his distress. Wa kazalika nunji, and this is how we save people who are mu'minin, who are the people who are the believers. So now we go back to this is his dua was accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked this fish to throw him out from his belly onto the shore, and he has been thrown to the shore. There Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is basically creating a tree or a plant around him, because his body inside the belly of the fish, his skin was pretty damaged. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives him a little bit of shade in there. Now he commands him again to go back and preach to these people. وَأَرْسَلْنَاهُ إِلَى مِئَةِ أَلْفٍ أَوْ يَزِيدُونَ. Then he was asked to go back and go and preach to people, which were 120,000 is mentioned in this one, more than 100,000. فَآمَنُوا, when they believed, فَمَتَاعٌ إِلَى حِينٍ, we gave them enjoyment for a while. So this is the thing when he went back again. The strange thing was that everybody in wholesale, when he preached to these people, they all believed him this time. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala goes back in Surah Yunus, ayah number 98, where he's saying, have you known any nation who have believed before their punishment came? This is a rhetorical question Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala posing to people, saying, have you known any nation or any people other than the people of Yunus alayhi salam who have believed before the punishment came to them? And the answer is no. His are the people who all accepted when Yunus alayhi salam preached them. Lamma amanu, this ayah says, whenever they believed, kashafna anhum azab, we removed their azab from them, al khizyu fil hayawat dunya, and disgrace from this worldly thing, wa mata'un ilahin, and we have given them enjoyment for a while. So the story of Yunus alayhi salam is telling us that there are lessons for us. In Quran, it does not give the full narrative as is given in the Bible, Jewish Bible, but we can learn few lessons from it. I have written down about 5 lessons. The first of those lessons for us is, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is pointing out in Quran, is the anger management. If you make any rash decision in anger, there are consequences of that. We should not be making, basically, because he angrily went. And the idea was that he was asked to preach to people who were enemies of Jewish people. This is the place in Nineveh, in Assyrian capital, which is Mosul today. That's where he was asked to preach. But from their thing that they had an enmity among them, so that's why he did not go to preach to them. So he got angry. Anger is the one we have to control, our anger. The second one is that we have to remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at the time of ease or time of difficulty. No matter what happens to us, we have to make dua to him. And Yunus alayhi salam made dua. His dua was, An la ilaha illa anta subhanaka inni kuntu minaz zalimin. He did not say, save me, but he's saying, La ilaha illa anta. He's remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there's no God but you. Subhanaka, glorify to you. Inni kuntu minaz zalimin, that I have committed. I'm among the wrongdoers. Third thing is that we should never lose hope in the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When he was in the depth of the belly of fish, he made a dua, because even for the mu'minin people who do musabbihat, who do remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there's no time for them. So we should never lose the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah is merciful. We read all the time, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. His rahmah is always overtakes his ghadab. There's a funny thing in this Jewish narrative. Yunus alayhi salam is arguing with God. When he sends him, first time he didn't argue, he ran away in the ship. The second time Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked him to go there, at least in the Jewish Bible. He's questioning Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He's questioning basically what I'm describing as a mercy. He's saying, you are too merciful to these people. You have been merciful to these wicked and sinning people. I do not know why you are wasting my time. Why you are asking me to go to these people? Because these wicked people will never change their ways until you punish them, and you are too slow to anger. You are too merciful. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's mercy. And there is a lesson there I don't have time to describe from their point of view. We should also remember that believers, mu'mineen, are always taken care of by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always take care of the people of believers. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, walaula falaula annahu kana minal musabbihin. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives that example. Has he not been from the person who does musabbihat, who does glorify Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he would have remained there. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always take care of those people. And the last one is the patience is a virtue. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told our Prophet as well, be patient, because of impatient, Yunus alayhi salam end up in the belly of the fish. And there is an ayah in Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is describing this thing for our Prophet as an example, giving it. And is giving the example of the Yunus alayhi salam. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Fasbir li hukmi rabbika wala takun kasahibul hut. Fasbir, be patient with the decision of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and do not become the companion who were swallowed by fish. So this is the lesson for us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's mercy, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala remembrance, patience, as well as making dua to him. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله لي ولكم. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, as-salatu was-salam ala anbiya wa mursaleen, ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ya ayyuhallazina amanu idza nudiya lis-salati min yawmil jumu'ah fasaw ila zikrillahi wazrul bai' zalikum khairul lakum in kuntum ta'lamun. Fa idza qudiyatis salatu fantashru fil ardi wabtaghu min fadlillahi wazkurullaha kathiran la'allakum tuflihun. Inna Allaha ya'murukum bil adli wal ihsan wa ita'i zil qurba wa yanha 'anil fahsha'i wal munkar wal baghi yu'adhikum la'allakum tadhakkarun. Inna Allaha wa malaikatahu yusalluna 'alan nabi ya ayyuhallazina amanu sallu 'alaihi wa sallimu taslima. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammadin kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. Allahumma barik ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammadin kama barakta ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. Rabbi ij'alni muqimas salata wa min zurriyyati rabbana wa taqabbal du'a. Rabbana ighfir li wa li walidayya wa lil mu'minina yawma yaqumul hisab. Sallallahu ta'ala ala khair khalqihi Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in bi rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. Aqimis salam.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Just a couple of important announcements before the prayer. So, putting the face mask inside the masjid is a mandatory. So, if you forget to bring your mask, we will provide you the mask. The most important thing is the parking problem. We have got a notice from the city that last Friday, many of us have parked in the fire lane in the green areas. So they say they can close our masjid, and we have actually approached for expansion of our parking lots. Most likely, the planning department will take the decision in December or January. So please, when you come, try to park your car in the parking spot. If there is no spot we have around 84. Then you have to come for the second Jummah or third Jummah. Please do not park your car in the green space or fire lane or the double parking. It is totally illegal. And all our efforts for the last couple of years to get expansion for the parking lot and many other things will go off. So this is our honest request. And there will be a police car from the next Friday. So if anybody parks not in the designated parking area, police can give the ticket. And the city officials, they came actually last Friday, probably they are also watching today. So this is a very important thing. The other thing that we have decided in the social hall, you will be allowed to pray shoulder to shoulder, provided you are double vaccinated and you have the mask. So in the social hall, behind the main prayer hall, you can pray shoulder to shoulder if you are double vaccinated and you have the mask. The last one is, inshallah, we will have our fundraising dinner on 20th of November, Saturday, immediately after Maghrib prayer at 5:30. This is your masjid. So it will be in person here. So we will provide the food box. So the fundraising dinner will be in person in masjid from 5:30 on Saturday, 20th of November. You all are invited. Please inform your friends, relatives to come and attend. If they cannot come, they can donate online. Jazakallah khair.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Hayya ala salah, hayya ala salah, hayya ala falah, hayya ala falah. قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
لا إله إلا الله. صلاة الجمعة. بسم الله. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. There is some dua. Brother Iqbal Faiz, sharp man, recovering from his critical situation at hospital after open heart cardiac surgery. Make dua for him. Dr. Khwaja Rahman, very close, devoted AMDA volunteer, recovering from cardiac attack, returned home recently. Make dua for him. Mr. Sayyid Hassan Raji died last Monday from cardiac attack. His family asked for dua, to make dua for all of them.